Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? My name is Joey Lilly and I'm the host of Barbecue Riot.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Barbecue Riot. Well, on today's episode, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be turning it up a notch. We're going to kick it up. We're going to be making a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. It doesn't matter how cold it is out here, it's under this canopy, it's going to be hot. That's all you need to know. So here's what you got to do to make a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. You got chicken. Now you can use boneless, skinless chicken breast, or you can use boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I actually like using chicken thighs, but for this episode we're going to be doing boneless, skinless chicken breast. Now these, like most boneless, skinless chicken breasts, are a little bit too thick, so we're going to be slicing them. Okay, slice them in half, long ways. All right. Now you are going to want to brine your chicken. When I'm going to brine it in, I'm going to brine in some buttermilk. We're going to throw some hot sauce up in there. We're going to throw some pickle juice up in there for about 2 or 3 hours. Okay, we're going to put it in the refrigerator, let it get all happy. All right. After that, we'll bring it out of the refrigerator. We will double dredge it in some flour. We're going to throw some seasoning up in there. Okay, we're going to put it on a rack. We're going to let it set for about 10 to 15 minutes for it to really coat really well. Then we're going to put it in a deep fryer at 325 degrees for around 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, then after that, when we pull that out, then is when we kick it up. What we're going to do, we are going to take some of that fresh oil that we just cooked the chicken in. We're going to put it in a bowl. We're going to hit it with a little bit of cayenne pepper. We're going to offset it a little bit with some brown sugar. We're going to mix it up. We're going to serve it on some toasted Texas toast with mayonnaise. And I know every time I use mayonnaise, I got to jack it up. But this time, I'm just going to use regular mayonnaise because this is going to be a hot sandwich. So we're going to serve it with some cool stuff to offset each other. That's why I'm talking. So like I say, we're going to serve it with some just regular mayonnaise. We're going to hit it with a little bit of pickle. We're going to top it. We're going to cut that rascal in half. We're going to have us a good time today. I don't know about y'all, man, but it's been a while since this guy's fixed some chicken. I'm ready to go. Giddy up. All right, so like I say, the first thing we need to do, we got to work on these chicken breasts. They're a little bit too thick, so we're going to cut it this way. You want a sharp knife. Help you slide right through the chicken breast, all the way down the very end. Y'all sit right there just a minute. I'll be getting right back to you. This guy too, exact same thing. Alright, looking good. Alright, now, the thing about this is we're going to put it on a sandwich, and these ends down here are a little bit thin. So we're just going to cut those off. Those little thin ends. Just like so. There you go. We'll set our chicken right there. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get this puppy rolling. We're going to make our brine. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this brine going. We're going to hit it first of all with a little bit of buttermilk. We're going to put a little buttermilk in there, yeah. Because these chicken breasts are going to be swimming all up in it. That's probably pretty good on the buttermilk. We're going to hit it with a little TP. This TP, not the other TP. You put as much in there or as little as you like. This isn't where the real hotness is going to come from. It's going to come from the hot oil and the cayenne pepper. But this is kind of going to help a little bit. The reason we're going to soak it in the buttermilk too, the enzymes in the buttermilk is going to help break down the proteins in the chicken. Okay, trust me, it's going to be all good. Then we're going to pour a little bit of pickle juice in there. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just hitting it. All right. Now let's go ahead and let me roll my sleeves up. Let's go ahead and take a piece of chicken here. Oh, that's looking good. That's going to make a nice sandwich. We're going to put it in there. Gonna take it all around. Man, I got buttermilk all over my industrial gloves. Man, a lie. I think I'll do the chicken swimming off camera, so I don't mess my gloves all up. Alright, so hey, this is step number 1. We'll go ahead and, you know what, just to prove that we actually do cook on this show, let's just go ahead and go in here. Let's just dunk it. This is changing color quite a bit. What used to be white buttermilk is now a sea of green and red. Yeah. Alright, dude, it's really cold outside, and this buttermilk is really cold. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my hand out of this business. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this in the refrigerator. We are going to put it in there for anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to let this get real happy, to let us do its work. We'll be back. Alright folks, we back. It's been about 2.5 hours with the chicken and the buttermilk concoction, the brine. So what we're going to do, we're going to take piece by piece from the buttermilk brine to the seasoned flour, back to the buttermilk brine to the seasoned flour on the tray. We're going to let it sit for about 10 or 12 minutes. During that time, we will be firing up our deep fryer. Giddy up. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about the seasoned flour, okay? This isn't out of a package or anything like that. That is flour that I have seasoned, okay? I've used seasoning salt. Nothing special. However, a nice little tip whenever you season flour. Put enough seasoning in there to actually taste it. Because if you just put like a teaspoon of seasoning into that, that's just like putting a drop in a bucket. It's not going to make a difference. When you get done with it, you definitely want to see your seasoning in there, and you also want to be able to smell it. To me, that's when you know you've done it right. So let's go ahead and finish rolling my sleeves up. Let's go ahead and dive in. Now, a tip when doing this is you want to keep one hand clean. Alright? One hand clean, one hand messy. Alright, that's pretty well drained off, I guess you could say. You dredge it in there good, man. You're gonna make a mess. That's alright. That's what it's for, man. So put it back in there. Good old double dredge. Yes, sir. Now, I'm here to tell you, it does get right messy. But that's alright, because I'm going to tell you one thing, there's a nice little payday at the end. So this rascal's complete. That's going to be a big piece of chicken. So that is the process in doing this. So I'm not going to bore you watching all 4 pieces. So once I get done, we'll meet back here. Alright, things are moving right along, so let's go ahead and we'll drop a couple of these in here. Our oil is set at 325. Now, 2 of these pieces of chicken were really big. The other 2 were big, but the 2 were really big. So I'm going to cook the 2 that were really big, and it's probably going to take more than 8 minutes. So might be out here 10 or 12 minutes doing this. So I got my trusty tongs here. And you know, when you're working with hot oils and things of that nature, man, you gotta be careful. Just drop her down in there. Like I say, these are so big, it's taking up the whole deep fryer. So let's go ahead and we'll start the countdown on these guys. All right, the first batch is done. Now, whenever these things start floating and they get to a certain color, they are done. But you're working with chicken, so you always want to be careful. So while I was off air, so to speak, I did go ahead and temp them. Both of them temped to 182 degrees, so they're done. Most definitely. That guy's wanting to stay in there for a little longer. Ooh, now I believe this is going to be good. So tell you what, we're going to let those guys hang out for just a smidgen. We're going to drop you guys back down in there. We're going to get basket number 2 ready. Now these guys aren't going to take as long because they're not quite as big. So there we go. All right, be checking back on you. All right, so while the chicken's still going, let's go ahead and throw together the hot Nashville part. So we got a little bit more than a cup of hot oil. We're going to throw in some cayenne pepper, about 2 tablespoons, probably a little bit more than 2 tablespoons since we got more than a cup. All right, there you go. Now we're going to offset that with a little bit of brown sugar. We'll keep it sweet. A little bit of sweet heat, kind of like me. Now you're just going to take a whisk. We'll whisk all this together. And since this is nice and warm, this should mix pretty well. Now, let me give you a tip when you're seasoning foods, especially the ones that just come out of the deep fryer. You actually really want to season them as soon as they come out. Okay, I've kind of dropped the ball just a smidgen here. Okay, usually I brush it on, but I'm going to actually just dunk these big rascals in there. Going to swim it all around. We're going to coat it. That chicken is still warm. You know it's warm on the inside for sure. I mean, it's not outlandishly like just stupid hot to the touch, what I'm doing. And I will probably go in and go ahead and hit it with a little bit more on the outside with the brush. Alright, there we go. So those 2 are done. We're just waiting on the other ones and we'll be ready to put it together. Alright, the only thing left to do is assemble it, give it a shot. So I've got some Texas toast here that I toasted. A little bit of butter in the oven. And we're going to hit it with some mayonnaise. And once again, I didn't jack up the mayonnaise. This is just regular cold mayonnaise. The reason I went with just regular mayonnaise was because the Nashville hot chicken is going to have enough heat. I didn't want to overkill. So I tell you what, let's just go ahead and do them all. We'll go ahead and fix 2 sandwiches. See, let me explain to you why I'm going to go ahead and fix 2 sandwiches. Okay, I can have one for each hand. That's what I'm talking about. All right, mayonnaise, check. Let's go ahead and throw you out of the way, boys and girls. All right, a couple of them's got my name on it. Old big guy here. Yeah, that's. I don't know if y'all can see it from there, but right here it says Joey Lilly. Told you to have my name on it. Then we're going to top it with some pickles. Now, I'm probably going to start a big fight with the pickles. I like bread and butter pickles. A lot of folks like your dill, hamburger, whatever. That's fine. I just happen to prefer bread and butter pickles. So that's Nashville hot chicken number 1. Now let's go for this old boy right here. That looks good too. In fact, I'll be honest with you, that might be the one I sample on camera. Was a big cucumber right there. Good day in the morning. That's half the cuke. You know, when I was dumping these pickles out, I was like, man, I got plenty of pickles. I'm not sure I do. All right, well, we'll put you down there on the bread. So we'll put you there. We'll top it. All right. So I tell you what, man. Let's just go ahead. I think I actually will sample the smaller of the 2. Let's just set you guys there. We'll put you over here. I need plenty of room to branch out on this one. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Let's cut her this away. Let's open her up for the folks at home here. Oh yeah, that is done through and through. That is nice. The juices are flowing. I don't know which side I'm going in on though. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, Joe. Let's go right here. Let's start right here, man. Tell you what. Let's get a little bit for you. There you go. All right, let's have at it, boys and girls. Nashville hot chicken sandwich, take 1. Oh yeah. I'll be back in a minute. I've got to do some janitor's work here. Got a little clean up. Sorry about that. Bird! Dude, this sandwich is off the hazy. Dude, I ain't even lie, man. Oh, wow. This sandwich got me tripping like my shoes untied. I'm going in for another. Well, that's good. That is really good. I gotta go in for maintenance one more time. I'll come back, we'll kind of wrap this sandwich up. Woo, Nelly. All right. So, here's the skinny on this sandwich and this chicken. It was good. It really was. I think it's a great combination of heat. It's not like the kind of hot that you gotta go dunk your face in a big wash tub of water. Nothing like that. You can feel it. It's counterbalanced by a hint of sweetness. This bread to me, with this big sandwich, does it up right. And I like the idea that I didn't jack up the mayonnaise. I just left it cool with the pickles to kind of balance out the heat from the sandwich. This was really good, man. So whenever you watch this video, like it, share it, hit the subscribe button. When it comes to the bell, you gotta click it or you're gonna get a ticket. The link to the video is gonna be down in the description. Only thing left I know to say is giddy up.